Reinforcements available.
Ready to take them out.
Upgrade in progress.
Oh yeah, we already have this built, so...
Heads up. Droids inbound.
We shall arrive shortly.
Reinforcements en route.
Calculating trajectory.
Reinforcements en route. Reinforcements en route.
What's the main thing that relaunches EAW with the mod running? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Frigate at your disposal. Oh, we've got a problem here. Copy. Stand by. Yes, General. Right away, sir. Your orders, General.
Space station under attack.
Preparing another volley. You're passing out of range, sir. Yes, sir. Copy that, sir. Unknown, sir. All capacitors showing green.
You're right. Yeah, so,
Your orders, General.
someone in the Discord, I forget who it was,
Oh, we've got a problem here.
asked one of the Stardock or Ironclad employees on Steam, or on Twitter, if we'd be getting a Sins 2, and they said yes. So,
Copy that, sir. Watch your left.
that's as close as we've been to getting an actual confirmation of that.
It's not looking good, sir. Don't budge up. Watch your six. Contact.
Swoop to blue leader. Group 2 is
I'm
standing
gonna
by.
check Kuad if any of our ISTs are ready. We haven't been, I don't think we've been on the Galactic map long enough for those to finish being produced, but
Swoop to blue leader. Group 2 is standing by. Over.
Watch it. Oh, we've got a problem here. Ready for orders, Commander. Give me a target. You're awfully tough for us, Solid Shell. We can't provide any more cover. Justice ready to take them out. Thank you, sir.
well, hopefully stuff like the models would be compatible. Re-rigging everything and then recoding everything is not something I really am looking forward to having to do.
Destroying target, General. Just a scratch, sir. Ready for orders, Commander. Your orders, General.
Space station under attack.
Locking on target.
I know the VSDs have like frigate tags
Ready to take them out.
for like shields and stuff, so they take the,
Something nowhere to go.
they don't have the same defenses that Capitals would. So I know VSDs are probably worse than they ought to be.
Attacking target. Destroying target, General. Let's blow something up. Locking all. It's no good. Incoming's too heavy. Copy that, General. Locking on target. My pleasure, General. All capacitors showing green, General. Don't budge up. We can't provide any more Cannons charged.
I'm not sure which specific settings are wrong when EAW doesn't relaunch with the mod launcher. I just, like, my mod launcher works fine. I have all the permissions set up properly. I still exclusively use the Steam launch options instead of the mod launcher, because I really don't see a reason to go in-game and launch the mod, because you're launching the game twice. It's just faster to change the launch path. But does Sins need to be updated though? I mean, there's a lot of limitations that come from the fact that it's a 32-bit engine. So having that not be a factor anymore would be great for most mods, us included. And there's a lot of little features that would be nice to have, a lot more depth in the game that would be nice to have, that wouldn't necessarily be patch friendly. So, and then in terms of the base game, they probably want to flesh out some of their story stuff too.
All capacitors showing green, General. We've got your back, General. Our position is Mark 12 at point. What's my destination? Cruising speed. Breaking off.
Alright, I guess we'll have to go straight up to the VSD, or to the Lucre Hulk.
Direction received.
Not the VSD, those are ours.
Yes, General. Do I have fighter support? Engines active. Breaking off. Got another bogey. You're clear. I'm on it, leader. Battle station. Give me a target. By your command.
So, we sort of just have to decide whether it's worth it going past the Hapens with Ascendancy as it is now, or if we should hold out for an updated game and see what the actual changes are there.
Tell me where to go. Good
and while just fleshing out what we have now for
Let's blow something up. All
original
pilots
sins.
reverting to weapons. Sir. Bearing, sir. Triangulating target. Your orders, General. Copy that. Package ready for delivery.
Incoming's too heavy. Just a scratch, sir.
Yeah, all my video settings are as high as possible. Well, heroes in FOTR be OP like they are in Rock. Well, we don't plan for anything to be OP. I'm sure there'll be balance issues, especially at the start, but
Firing on your mark.
our plan is for stuff to be essentially worth what its pop cap is. And the other thing to keep in mind with ICW and Fall of the Republic, sorry, is that we have permanent hero death. So there's a bit more room for heroes to be a bit more powerful, because if they die or when they die, they don't come back.
Blasting target. Cannons loaded.
And we did have some similar issues in ICW for the last few months with
Firing, sir. Frigate at your
the with some of the Jedi heroes being fairly OP because of the change going from the having the stat blocks to make them survivable versus using the special attacks like Yoda's Berserk as a main attack. But one of the things I did last week was go through and make that a lot more reasonable.
Tactical battle imminent.
Another station battle. Reason to do that. Alright, let's get
Construction complete. Construction
two of these guys over there.
Construction complete.
And let's just fly straight in onto Endor.
We shall arrive shortly.
Think there's any chance of a sequel by Petroglyph? So Petroglyph has commented on this, saying that they wanted to do either another expansion or another game. They weren't clear on that, and they were told that EA wanted to focus on
Imminent.
what they were working on. Right, and RTS, the genre isn't super profitable, so if you're trying to make anything like a AAA game in it, then typically it's too much of a risk and there's not as much payoff. And especially where Petroglyph is now, I don't know that Petroglyph would be the ones to make it at this point. They would probably have to significantly expand their studio to do that, because I think they have quite a few, or a lot fewer staff than they did back in the day. Like EAW is probably still their top earning game, even though it's 12 years old now. We're creating mods for EAW. Do you think you'll ever make something canon, post-Return of the Jedi rather than Legends? Well, right now we are, like, we're already doing Fall of the Republic, Ascendancy, and ICW, so
We shall arrive shortly.
starting any other mod isn't really something that we're thinking about at the moment. We'd have to finish at least 2 of those mods to be in a position where we'd want to start something else. And really, covering the same era
For orders, Commander.
again isn't something that I'm super interested in. It's always a possibility, depending on like how long we go, how long the game stays relevant, how many people we have on the team. But like I said, the thing that I would really rather do is the KOTOR era, or the Old Republic era. So I would prefer to do that. Like if we finished ICW and Ascendancy today, say, we'd work on Fall of the Republic and presumably Revan's Revenge or something. But it'd depend on how much that era gets fleshed out as well with the new Disney canon. Because right now there's not a huge amount of content. Like there's some stuff that was introduced with Fall or Last of the Jedi and some of the other media. So I'm sure at some point there'll be enough to cover a full mod. But at the moment it's not quite there, and I'd rather do something that's completely separate from what we've been working on.
We are victorious.
But and like other than that, really, if Farsi ever goes back to working on Yellow Campaign Commander, then I'd like to help him with that a bit more, because I did a few models for that back when he was initially starting to work on it. I did a lot of the UNSC ground forces, so I would love to see a world where there's a like fully fleshed out galactic and space and land, like
complete.
every mode covered.
Star Destroyer
Campaign
Beginning
Commander.
construction.
What are they doing over here? Roche. We have a level 5 shipyard there, so I don't think that's an issue.
Vehicle in
Let's
production.
just build a bunch of stuff there anyways. But yeah, so those would be on my priority list before starting another mod to cover
Tactical battle imminent.
the new thing. Oh, they're attacking Rathon and Roche. The pop cap for Pride of the Core is like 5.
Nothing deadlier than a clone behind the
We've
trigger.
secured a build pad.
KOTOR cannon.
Check your
They
weapons.
haven't really
The day won't come when the droid
done
army
anything
can
with
outfly us without a 10-to-1 advantage.
the stuff
Right
back
away, General.
because either Tor is canon, or it's the only part of Legends that's really still going,
It's gonna be a
which is
firefight.
fun. But it's so far back, it'll probably be a while before they have any sort of official word on that. I wouldn't be surprised if, as long as if Tor is still going when they decide to do that, or when they make a determination on there, if they decide that in that case they're going to make it canon and try to work it in, just for simplicity and so that everything stays relevant rather than like reinventing everything going on back there. Because for the post Endor stuff, it makes sense because you can't really add too much in there or work around it like that. But so far back, there's not really a reason for them to diverge from what already existed. It's not as messy as the post Endor stuff was.
Tactical battle imminent. Reinforcement available. Reinforcements en route.
Heads up. Droids
Yeah, okay, so I did a Battlefront 2 campaign for both the old and the new one. I'm not a big fan of
Reinforcements en route. Choose
the
your
original
reinforcements.
Battlefront 2, to put it lightly. I don't really enjoy playing it.
Calculating trajectory.
Reinforcements en route.
We shall arrive shortly. Trajectory plotted.
In the last stream, I exaggerated that for comic effect because it became a bit of a meme that I don't like Battlefront 2. And a lot of people got very offended by that and took it very seriously when I was just trying to make
Upgrade
offhand
complete.
remarks.
We've got incoming.
So
They're coming in fast.
Engine.
I will just leave it at that. I don't enjoy the game. That's just my opinion on it. I feel like there's a lot of stuff wrong with it, and I didn't enjoy it.
We can win this one. Swoop to blue leader. Group 2 is standing by. Over.
Contact. Thank you.
Reinforcements en
And I
route.
feel like
Take it.
a lot of people give it a bit of credit for being an older game, like, oh, it was good for the time, but the thing was, I don't feel like it was ever...
Your orders.
When it came out, I never felt like there was a time when I'd be like, oh, I'd rather play Battlefront 2 than Halo 2. So,
Yes, sir. Request
or Call of Duty 3.
right away, sir.
So I was never, it was never a game that really held my attention. When I was actually playing the campaign, I feel like the campaign in that game is really bad. Like, the gameplay of it is, that was some of the most frustrating times I've ever had while recording stuff for the channel.
Yes, sir. Request immediate assistance. Request immediate assistance. Things just went from bad to worse. Request immediate assistance. Droids, get that engine.
The multiplayer in OG Battlefront 2 is definitely much better than the campaign, but
Ready for orders, Commander. Thank you.
I still don't love it.
That's got 'em. All capacitors show ready to take them out. Position is Mark 12 at point 26. Contact. Tell me what.
5. Waiting for Mother
Orders, General. Watch a 6. Give me a target. Stand by. I read you, General. Breaking off. We need help now, sir. We need help out of this, sir. You're passing out of range, sir. Request immediate assistance. Copy that, sir.
Right, these guys are just gonna float around there.
What is it? We can't provide any more cover.
So yeah, Asterix asked a little bit farther up. There's a Halo mod. So there's two for EAW. There's Campaign Commander, which is made by Farseer, who makes Rise of the Mandalorians. That's the one that I helped out a bit on. It has it's just ground skirmish right now, but for what it has, it's very well polished. It does have a few balance issues, but it's still, I really enjoy playing it. And there's another one called Covenant at War, which I've never played. It's not quite up to the same standards as Campaign Commander, but it does have space stuff and Galactic Conquest. I don't think it has any ground stuff. I do want to play it at some point on the channel just to see what it's all about, because I do really like Halo. But, yeah. I've done a few videos in Campaign Commander in the past on the channel. I've just done like a couple one-off skirmish matches when I've been between playthroughs of full GCs.
sir.
Your orders, General.
So, like right now, as far as upcoming GC playthroughs, I'm gonna do the CIS in Republic at War, the Black Sun in AOTR, and the Rebels in Phoenix Rising. Like those are all some of the preview stuff that I've talked about with those dev teams, and then the Stargate Pegasus Chronicles mod team has contacted me as well, saying that they put out a new version. So I'm gonna check that out as well because that is one of my favorite mods for EAW. And then I think once all that's cleared up, we'll probably go and take a look at Covenant at War. I'm probably going to play it a little bit off stream first just to see what it's like, or I might just do an actual stream of it to check it out, and then depending on how that goes, potentially do a longer playthrough. But I'm really not sure what's in the mod, like the actual level of being fleshed out that it is. But yeah. Right.
Tactical battle imminent.
Aurelia. Do we have a turbo? Yeah, we do. You had to choose lore-wise, Halo or Star Wars. So the thing that I prefer about Star Wars is just how much there is. I don't think that it's all necessarily up to the same standard that I feel like if you take the average standard of quality for some of the Halo stuff, it's probably higher than the average quality of Star Wars stuff. But I like how much depth, like just how much there is for Star Wars, because like I'm interested in history, so I like fake history too. Which is why Star Wars has always been probably my favorite of the two.
Your orders, General. Ready for orders, Commander. Ready to take them out. Tell me where to go. Your orders, General. Copy. Sir. Almost there, General.
Yeah, Grumman, I've done Awakening of the Rebellion. Like I did a playthrough in 2.6, and then I was given access to an early copy of 2.7. So we've done a preview playthrough of 2.7 as the Rebellion and as the Empire. So I'm going to be playing as the Black Sun next, because that's the only faction we haven't taken a look at.
Waiting for Mother Bird, over.
Reinforcements en route.
But when I was around the time that Halo 3 came out, Halo 3 was for years my favorite game, and one of the only games that I would actively play. And it wasn't until I went to university that I really stopped. Just because I didn't have my Xbox set up, and it was part of it was just because that was what a lot of my friends, like I really enjoyed it, but I typically play whatever my friends are playing, and I was no longer near my friends who played a lot of Halo, so I kind of fell off. And like whenever I'd go home for like a weekend or whatever, then I'd start playing it again. But possibly the most I've ever played any game that isn't EAW. And if you take out how much time I've...
Hi there. It has been a little period of time now since you started Twitch D.
That was scary. Thanks, Rusty. I forgot that was a thing that Twitch could do. But... yeah, it's... I really like Halo, and I really like Star Wars, so... that's where I was going with that.
What's my destination? Charging weapons, sir. Do I have fighter support? It's no good. Incoming's too heavy. Heads up. Ready for orders.
They had 4. Have we taken out? No. I think this is the one we hit with the thing. We'll have to check if we lose, when we lose this vendor, if we lose a vendor on the galactic level. I think that is how that works. That's been pointed out in the comments a few times. I was never really able to get into Star Trek. I tried a lot. Like I played Star Trek Armada before I tried, and I really like Star Trek Armada has to be one of my favorite mods for any game. Just I think it's really well made. It's really well fleshed out.
Reinforcements en route.
It's a very consistent quality. It's so that made me want to get into Star Trek.
Upgrade.
And I tried watching TNG first, I think.
I read you, General.
I tried watching TOS, and I just wasn't able to get past the effects for that. It's just such an old show. Like, I usually don't care that much about effects, but it is such an old show that if you don't have, I feel like if you don't have the same connection to it, or if you're not as in the universe, it's a bit harder to get into just because of that. And some of the writing does feel kind of weird from the bits that I did watch. But then I gave TNG a shot, because I do have some friends who were pretty big into Star Trek. And so I gave it a shot. I gave it like 5 seasons, and I still wasn't getting into it. So at some point I'm going to try watching Deep Space Nine, and we'll see how that goes, but I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever be much of a Trekkie. Which clone voice do you prefer, original or the Clone Wars cartoon voice? I mean, Timur Morrison has to be the standard. I don't remember, did he even do it for the cartoon?
Reinforcements en
It's been so
route.
long since I've watched the cartoon. Now I forget if that's what happened.
Reinforcements en route.
I've been planning to get back into watching the Clone Wars cartoon just for Father Republic stuff, because I never finished it the first time. I got through the first 3 series, and it was like,
Is under attack.
my takeaway from that series was basically like, okay, 90% of the Clone Wars happened on Naboo, which may be me misremembering stuff now. I just remember a significant presence of Naboo in the show. But
Reinforcements
and people did say that it got better in the later seasons, so I'm gonna give that a shot anyways. But yeah.
upgrade.
I do like Fallout. So I have an issue where I almost never finish games, or it takes me a long time to finish games. Like, I'll get a game, I'll play it a lot, I'll get pretty far in, and then I'll just stop. That happened to me with Fallout 3. It happened to me with Oblivion. I didn't finish Oblivion until like a week after I got Skyrim, because I felt like I should probably do this, or else I'm never gonna do it. So
Space station
that's part of
under
why I
attack.
started the channel when I did. Like, there was games was like, okay, if other people are watching, it will be like hold me accountable for actually finishing the games that I want to play. No, that's not that button. So I got halfway through Fallout 3, and then I didn't finish it. So at some point, I do want to do a Fallout playthrough on this channel. Because what I'm thinking that I'm going to do is, because I'm going to stick with the 4 streams per week, and what I think I'm going to do is have 3 of them
Repairing.
on Twitch, and I'll do 1 on YouTube. And for games like Fallout, what I'll do is have like once a week I'll have a 3.5 hour stream, possibly the Friday stream usually. I'd probably move it around a bit. And that one would be the one on YouTube, where I'd play like the more narrative content. So the stuff like community matches would always be better off on Twitch, but for the episodic stuff that's better off on YouTube, I might just do that as a 4th YouTube stream, because there's some people who Twitch doesn't work very well for. Like, I prefer Twitch as a streaming platform, but there are some people who it doesn't seem to work as well for. So I figure if we get 3 Twitch streams in, that's a good amount for the platform. We get the 1 YouTube stream in. Then people who do want to get a stream in but can't use Twitch, that should cover that. And I feel like that's a good way to handle it. So right now we're just doing so much ICW content, and with Warhammer and stuff, then that's most of what I'm focusing on. Because I do want to do 2 more Warhammer playthroughs, but after that, there's like, I want to do Lego Star Wars, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Jedi Outcast, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, maybe even like The Witcher 3 or something. There's a bunch of games that I have set up to do at some point, but
Yes, sir. I read you, General. Changing bearing.
That's basically my plan going forward.
Fire ready for orders. Fire at will.
Upgrade in progress.
Because one of the other things right now is just that there's so much EAW content that's going to be coming out in the short term. Like we've got ICW, AOTR is coming out, Phoenix Rising is coming out, the Pegasus Chronicles thing is coming out, Republic of War just came out, so we're doing these 2 playthroughs. And then as that calms down, there's going to be a bit more room for the other content that I want to do. So
Repairing.
you'll start seeing more stuff like that.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, so that actually worked. Let's check the thing there. Did we lose... Where's our main fleet? I think we did lose one of those Venators from that battle. So, it seems like if you don't have the ships, then it won't matter. You won't lose anything. But if you do have the ships, and you lose one in the battle, then it does get taken away from the galactic map somehow, which I don't understand. I'm not sure how that would even work. But yeah, Galactic Battlegrounds is definitely on that list.
Enemy contact.
Here am I.
It's not a game that I own yet, which is part of why I haven't done it yet, but...
Choose your reinforcements.
Indeed.
Be observant. We're in enemy territory. It's gonna be a tough job to dig them all out.
Damage critical. Damage critical.
Sense. I can do this blindfolded. Good.
We've secured a build path.
See if we can get the HMP is good there.
No one can stop us. Let's go.
Reinforcement point
I
contested.
don't have Rebellion now.
Construction complete.
Of course, Master. Jedi don't seek adventure.
What just died?
Patience.
Is that one a Delta Squad? No.
Reinforcement point contested.
Okay.
This is probably not going to work out for us. The HMPs, they're just so powerful.
They've got the numbers, but we've got the skill. Let's go.
Commander needs assistance.
Just like
Delta.
old times. Be mindful of your surroundings.
Yeah, you guys are just going to...
Copy that. Okay.
You guys are stuck.
This should be interesting.
Alright, I've got to retreat because you guys are stuck.
Situation untenable.
Battle damage.
All forces
Danger all
withdrawn.
around us. The enemy is all around us.
Reinforcement point contested.
That is not... That doesn't make me happy. Units getting... The turbo laser is way too powerful. The
Ready for orders, Commander.
let's see if we can do it better this way.
Invasion commencing.
We've got droids. Our position is secure.
Choose your reinforcements.
Don't actually have enough pop cap to drop any of the other legions. Let's try the heavy weapons.
That's how we'll win this war. One battle at a time. The Seppies better make some more droids. This'll be quick.
Can you guys even shoot the HMPs?
Prepare to engage
I don't think
the
so.
enemy. Right away, sir.
So the only other landing pad we can get is that one,
Stay frosty.
but it's
Seppies better make some more droids.
where all their units start.
Copy that.
Oh, there's
Okay, I don't think anything else can shoot at the HMP.
Prepare to engage the enemy.
What do we have that can actually shoot it other than getting the
We've secured a
AA
build
turrets?
Launch the rear.
Saber does.
Watch for friendlies.
Oh, doing a little bit.
On it, sir. Copy that. Yes, General.
Anything reliable that can shoot it?
Copy that, General. Yes, General. Understood, General. These droids are done.
Destroyed.
Copy that, General.
You plan to have heroes respawn in Father Buck? No.
Right away, General.
We'll have most of the same basic mechanics as ICW has.
Understood, sir.
That includes
Choose
hero
your
permadeath.
reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir. Combat is a clone's natural element.
Oh. Thank you, Revenant. I'll take a look at that after the stream.
We're ready for...
We've secured a build pad.
We're proud to serve you, General. Our position is secure. The Seppies better make some more droids. This'll be quick.
We've lost a build
Watch for
pad.
friendlies.
I'm not sure how many of these are like unit
Destroyed.
garrisons or just...
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, well let's get Yoda in here.
At
ATRTs.
maximum unit capacity.
We do our job well. Copy that, General. Understood.
We need to clear off Rathana or something. Well, I'll check if we can get this up in mechas too, because we just
A long time have I watched.
got that.
Reinforcement
Meditate
point
on this. I
contested.
will.
Shoot them there.
Surprised they will be.
Reinforcement point contested.
Yes. Suggest that place to you.
Unit destroyed.
Alright, I think they have
Force around you.
a healing thing nearby
Mind what you
or
have
something.
Help you I
Nope.
can. Come. Shrouds this place. The dark side does.
Nope,
Careful
take the
one sees
thing.
the future.
See if
Patient.
we can actually get a reasonable amount of units in
We've
here.
secured a landing
Soon.
zone.
Be there I will.
Choose your reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's go.
Hold on, can I still...
At maximum
There.
unit capacity.
What help can I be?
Ah, I'm getting shot here. Let's move on.
They don't stand a chance against Skywalker and Kenobi.
Reinforcement
Oh, there's
point
gonna be a
contested.
firefight.
Choose your reinforcements.
There is
At
no time
maximum
for
unit
delay.
capacity.
Droids aren't smart enough to know when they're outmatched.
I'm getting shot here.
Junk.
We're ready for
We've
battle, sir.
secured a build pad.
Ready am I? Not ready are they?
A lot of stuff about being
Getting
ready.
shot here.
We've
Watch the
lost a
rear.
build
Got a full
pad.
SpongeBob situation. Okay,
These
can
droids
you
are
shoot
done
that?
for.
The dark side is growing.
Unit destroyed.
General, right away, General.
Bombing run available.
You seek Yoda? Go, I will. Need it
Are you
I
stuck
have.
again?
Suggest that place, do you? Adventure. Excitement.
These spider droid death clones.
Yes, General.
Agreed.
I think they still have their collision mesh or something, because
Concentrate.
this keeps
You must
happening.
Feel the force around you. Mind what you have learned.
That's...
Combat is a clone's natural
Help
element.
you
There
as
we
I
go.
can. Shroud the battlefield.
Okay, so luckily they
The dark
disappear,
side no longer does.
but I don't think they should really
On to
have
our
their
destination.
collision mesh still.
Copy.
See if we can get anything done with the bombing run.
Damage critical.
Locking on target.
It's got a few units out of that.
Choose your reinforcements.
I'm on my way.
Misery to
Ready for
happiness
battle,
today?
sir.
Alright, I'm gonna
Badgers are
repair
filthy
that.
animals. I don't eat filthy animals.
At maximum unit capacity. We've secured a build pad.
They build droids faster than we can destroy them.
Reinforcement point contested.
It's not that the bombing run is necessarily weak, it's that the building health was all increased to
We're proud to serve you, General.
from around 100
Reinforcement point
to some
contested.
are 10,000 plus.
Our position is secure. We do our job well. The
Can you guys-
Seppies better make some more
There we go.
droids.
Probably don't need the whole thing healed up, but that air droid.
You can't mass-produce Jedi skill.
Anakin, you wanna?
Reinforcement point
How is it we can
contested.
win
There
almost
we go.
every battle but still be losing the war?
Good job, Anakin. Well, you survived the
Lucky
Jedi
thing the
Purge.
Separatists don't know how to build a decent
It's also
droid.
because you did the Jedi Purge. But you know what?
Jedi to mess with. Lucky thing the Separatists don't
That's
know how
just
to build
details.
a decent droid. Here's where the fun begins.
We've secured a build pad.
Fortunately, their programming is rudimentary at best.
Watch the rear. This'll be quick. Oh, there's gonna be a
We've secured
firefight.
a build pad.
This'll be quick.
Our fate grows more uncertain.
We've lost a build pad.
Mace, you just gonna hide there?
Droid army is here.
These droids are
Welcome back,
relentless.
Obi-Wan.
Watch the rear. Watch for friendlies. Copy that.
Bombing run available.
Targeting computer online.
Like, I'm alright with the bombing run not immediately obliterating the buildings. The problem with it, though, is that most units can't effectively take out the buildings, especially with the flak cannon things. It means that the Jedi become even more the only units that can effectively take them out by shutting them down.
On it, sir. Copy that.
Bombardment available. Bombardment
We must
incoming.
solve the mystery of the Sith. This party is over.
We're ready for battle, sir.
I think that took out the HMP as
That's
well.
what it'll take to win this war.
Adventure. Excitement.
We did not ask
The
for this
Jedi
war,
craves not
but
these
we
things.
will end it.
We're proud to serve you, General.
Well, that's the cool thing about the Juggernauts. They can go either way. That can be the front, or that can be the front.
Our position is secure.
Technically, I think in Revenge of the Sith, when you see them moving, they're going with this part, like in the direction of this part.
Copy that,
We
General.
are victorious.
So it's debatable which part is actually the front. Because you don't really know in Episode 3 if they're
For battle, sir.
going
Building
backwards or
started.
forwards, but really it doesn't. Either can be the front, so neither is the front. Take that, Jaden Smith.
Tactical battle imminent.
No, wait. Yep. Hold on. Where do we not have a maxed out starbase? Corellia? Is that it? Nope. A few of these planets in the core that we just took.
Building under construction. Building under construction.
Mine Caesar.
Constructing. Beginning construction. Building
Here.
under construction.
Just delaying the defensive battle as long as I can. The longer we wait, the longer before they can attack again.
Reinforcements available. Reinforcements en route. Upgrade in progress.
Heads up. Droids inbound.
Oh, 4 vendors.
Reinforcements en route.
Calculating trajectory.
Upgrade
We shall arrive
complete.
shortly. Check your
Good game, CIS.
Reinforcements en
Had a
route.
good run.
Don't budge up. Calculating trajectory.
Upgrade
Watch your left.
complete.
Watch your left. We can't provide any more cover. Course lead.
Reinforcements en route.
Your orders, General.
Upgrade complete.
We need help out of this, sir. This is bad. We need help out of this, sir. Bearing, sir. Course plotted.
Upgrade complete.
Breaking off. We need help now, sir. Breaking off. We can't provide any more cover. What's my destination? Homing in. We need help out of this, sir. Breaking off. I have fighter support.
See all the superior tactics I used to win that?
Attacking
I let them fly into me.
Space station under attack.
No problem. It's no good. Incoming's too heavy. We've got your back, General.
We can win this one.
This is bad. This is bad. I'm hit. Stabilizers out. There's 2 minutes.
Oh, now you're leaving?
Cut the chatter.
Okay. Another one.
Sir, yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Ready for orders, Commander.
Hold on, let's check
Construction complete.
history tab here. Their economy's fine. Military, we are passing them.
We shall arrive shortly.
Construction complete. Tactical battle imminent.
We have just that and a level 3. Not really worth the battle.
Go. I will.
Is this the
Tactical
base
battle
game, like,
imminent.
unedited rat attack map that was cut? Because I don't think that was ever finished, and I think in the last version of Raw, they were using that. So it's like this weird unfinished map. It shows up in a few mods.
That's how we'll win this war. One battle at a time. This
At some point we'll be able to clear off Rathana and grab these guys.
finish it.
Yeah, the rat attack fleet we lost when we were defending at
Minimal casualties.
Roche, and we lost one of the Venators. Which, it seems like the garrison units, if you have one of those units on the Galactic level and you lose one in those, for whatever reason, it takes it away on the Galactic level. Oh, now it's 2? Huh. I thought it was still 3.
The enemy has been defeated.
I'm pretty sure it's not intended.
Constructing unit.
Let's see. Yeah, it's 2 now. We didn't even lose one in that last battle, so I don't think it is tied to when you lose one. It's just tied to when you
Sir, yes, sir.
random weird
Construction
crap.
complete.
Ready for orders, Commander.
Oh, that's not even an army. Yeah, this is the...
Enemy fleet approaching.
coming at the Maw. Oh, yeah, it's just the supply ships that were there. I don't think they really have anything that can build capital ships. Well, they have Mintuine, so... They could have taken these off Rathana, because clearly they're not making any headway there.
Building under construction.
I guess, can we get a UTAT from you? An
Unit in
ATAT, we can
production.
get a ATAP.
Constructing unit.
There we go,
Vehicle in
UTATs.
production. Choose your reinforcements.
I don't think we use this anywhere.
Right away, General. That's how we'll win this war. One battle at a time.
Do I?
Enemy forces inbound.
Come, come.
Clones keep the scrap merchants busy.
Damage
Copy that,
critical. Damage critical.
When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not.
We've secured a landing
Shrouds this
zone.
place. The dark side does.
Reinforcement point contested.
Oh, that's got destroyed. I thought those were just medical droids in there.
Careful when sensing the future.
We're proud to serve you,
Choose
General.
your reinforcements.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oh well.
Maximum unit capacity.
Here am I. Patience. There.
Really thought the
I will
lads
go.
could handle that.
Soon. Be there I will. Go I will.
Oh, they had that, that's why. Anti-aircraft turret.
We
Didn't
do
see
our
that.
job well.
Need
Oh.
help to you?
Now it's over.
Oh, there's gonna be a firefight.
Choose your reinforcements.
The only good clanker.
Get an ATRT over there.
Wrecked clanker.
You. A long time have I watched. Yes. Suggest that place to
Unit
you.
destroyed.
Adventure. Excitement.
Roaming line available.
A Jedi craves not these things.
Our position is secure.
Waiting I am.
Choose your reinforcements.
Could he have the attack boost for him? I think he does give a combat bonus.
I'm on my way.
We do our job well. Watch the rear. Understood, sir.
Yes.
can't negotiate with droids.
Once
Are
we
you
have
thinking what I'm
the buildings all done, I'll probably just auto resolve so we're not
We
chasing
must
around
keep moving.
individual squads of
Maximum
droids.
unit capacity.
Nice of you to drop in, sir.
Agreed, I do.
Close enough.
Battle isn't over until we scrap the last to engage the enemy. Never surrender.
What help can I be?
Yes, General.
Damage critical.
Understood, General.
Don't protect the bunker. Get off of it.
Unit
There you
destroyed.
go.
Done for.
Ready,
Nope,
am I?
Yoda, you're still good.
Unit destroyed.
Concentrate.
There you go.
must.
Alright.
We are victorious.
You're just gonna be tracking down some LE series repair
Planetary
droids.
control achieved.
Some of lay repair droids.
Tactical battle imminent.
Maw battle. Well, Duro, let's
Constructing
pull
unit.
that up. And ISDs, you're all there. Nope, there's still one being built. Those will be ready by the time we go into Tatooine. So, okay. I really wish you could do stuff when you're paused. That would be a good upgrade for EAW.
Reinforcements.
You can issue some tactical
available.
commands, but you can't issue movement orders on the galactic map. How many heroes do you have planned so far in Father
That's
Republic?
how we'll win this war.
Uh,
One battle at a time.
For the
Choose
first
your
release,
reinforcements.
we're going to be doing, I think,
Reinforcements
18
en
per
route.
side, 18 or 19.
We shall arrive shortly.
And we'll probably be doing a news post fairly soon about
Calculating trajectory.
those.
We've got clankers.
Like, normally we do it with the icons, and that's kind of why I haven't done it yet. But,
Blue leader. Group 2 is standing by. Over.
On my way, sir.
I don't know if I want to make all the icons yet, so
It's no good. Incoming's too heavy.
we'll see.
I read you, General. This is bad. Our position is Mark 12 at point 26. It's no good.
Well, it wouldn't really matter if they send Trench up there, because once we get up to the level 4 or 5 station ship, or station, then it doesn't really do anything, and Trench
Group 2 is standing by.
pretty much gets 1.5 shot by the
Reinforcements on
planetary turbo laser, and it looks like they're running more and more out of Lucre Hulks, so I don't think we're in any danger there, really. Especially once we take out, though, because after we're done with not this planet, what was it left over there? There was whatever planet we were going to go into after that attack in that little cluster with Endor. We're going to go down into Tatooine, which I think is where all those ships are coming from, that area. We'll take it out of Latana, and then we'll go back up north, so I think we should be good either way. Really, once you're at a level 3 station, it doesn't matter what they send at you. They can't win.
upgrade in progress.
And then when you're past level 3, it's just even easier. Is Bakura? There you go. Thanks again, Asterix. Are you planning to add Crimson Empire? Former RG. So Crimson Empire, if you read the Era 3 breakdown, you can see that that's what the Empire becomes after Palpatine dies. So you'll have Karno Dax and everything. It's the second half of Era 3 in ICW.
Upgrade
I mean, even if they bring 9 Lucre Hulks, they won't be able to do anything. Because I think you can only fit 5 in at a time.
All steam ahead.
Copy that, sir.
Contact.
That's going to go straight into the black hole.
Upgrade complete. Reinforcements en route. Upgrade complete.
That's why I've always been hesitant to do anything with the black holes, like an actual mechanic.
Enemy has
Because
been
the AI
defeated.
wouldn't really know to avoid it. If you just Google Thrawn's Revenge Era 3 breakdown, you should find it. Also, if you go on our forums, there is, on the news and update section, you can look through there, but there's also a post at the top that links to most of them. It isn't completely up to date, but I think the Era 3 breakdown was in it.
Construction
We shall
complete.
arrive shortly.
Moving to coordinates.
I think it was the last one that I did before I started doing the videos for each news post too. Did we have? Yeah, we're down to 1.
Construction complete.
And we didn't lose a vendor, so it can't be that
Battle
it
imminent.
happens when you lose stuff on the tactical level, and from the garrisons. It's tied to the garrisons, but it can't be because you lost. Where are you guys going? Cater Neomoidia?
Order
That
confirmed.
doesn't count.
We shall arrive shortly.